Hi, I'm Christina, and this is a book review of Strange Pictures by Uketsu. So this is a horror novel / mystery novel. It was first published in 2022 in Japanese, and it was translated into English by Jim Rion, and it was published in English in 2025. Now, I really enjoyed this one. It's quite unlike anything I have ever read before, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. So this reads most like a collection of short stories, but it is a full-length novel. We have a prologue and then we have 4 short stories. Now, in the prologue, we are introduced to a woman who is a professor and she is teaching a university class, but she used to be a psychologist, and she shows them a picture, which I will show you now. And here it is. And she said that this was drawn by a little girl who is 11 years old, and we will call her Little A, and she was arrested for the murder of her mother. And that is the introduction to the story. And there are lots of different pictures throughout this story, and I really do like the artwork, and they are very, very creepy at times too. So yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Like I said, it's completely unique to me. I have never read anything like this before, and I just really, really enjoyed it. So we follow a lot of different characters in this story, and I don't really want to tell you too much about them because I don't want to ruin this for you. I think this is one of those books that is best to go into it not knowing too much at all. But I will say that the pictures are at the very heart of this story. And as I said before, there is a picture drawn by an 11-year-old girl who murdered her own mother. There are also pictures drawn by murder victims in their final moments of life. And there are also pictures drawn by a pregnant woman, and these pictures are found on her husband's abandoned blog. So yeah, it was really different. I have read a lot of different mystery novels, and I think it's quite hard to find something that feels new and feels different, and this definitely does. There's lots of different twists and turns, and it was very interesting. It was quite exciting. I found it a very engaging read. It was a very fast read. I read it in just a few days. It was so easy to keep turning those pages. It's definitely a page turner, and it's quite eerie, it's dark, it's disturbing, and I will say, even though it has very dark and disturbing themes, it still feels like quite a light read, if that makes sense. And in terms of its structure, it's a very different kind of reading experience. It's not your standard reading experience. It's more interactive. It's more hands-on. It feels like a game. In a way, it feels most like a logic puzzle, and I really enjoy logic puzzles. You're sitting there, you're trying to figure it out. You're trying to put together all the pieces and work out all the clues. Feels a little bit like doing an escape room if you enjoy that kind of thing. So yeah, I had a really good time with it. I've given it 4 stars, and I will definitely read the other book that has been translated into English, which is called Strange Houses. In terms of criticisms, I do have a couple. I would say that the writing does feel very simplistic, and it is very quite easy to read. It's very kind of easy writing, and I will say I think that's most likely due to the Japanese translation, because I have that feeling a lot with books that have been translated into English from Japanese. I will also say that at times it is a little bit over dramatic and a little unlikely and a little bit things like that, but it didn't affect my enjoyment of the story at all. It is, yes, it is a little bit dramatic at times, a little bit unlikely, a little bit, a little bit out there, but I had a good time with it. And I really liked the way it all kind of came together. I was reading these stories and we flashed back and forth with all these different characters and trying to piece it all together. It was a good time. I had fun reading this book, and really that's all I was really looking for. And I will say, yeah, it is dark and creepy. Some of the pictures are really, really good, and you sit there just kind of reading the book, but at the same time your focus is always on the pictures. And we have not just pictures drawn, just kind of these little diagrams explaining timings and different things. And yeah, I just had a really, really good time with it. I would definitely recommend it. Good 4-star read. It's definitely a little bit spooky, a little bit creepy, but I wouldn't call it a straight up horror. It's not that scary. I wouldn't say that it was terrifying. It didn't give me nightmares. It didn't keep me up at night. It was just a good, fun time with some dark elements to it. I think it reads more like a mystery novel, in honesty, than a horror novel, but I still had a really good time with it. And yeah, I would highly recommend it. If you're looking for a fun read, it's good. I think I had similar vibes to when I read my first Janice Hallett book. I read The Appeal first and I absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite mystery novels of all time, and it has similar kind of vibes in terms of it being quite novel and inventive with the mixed media format. And yeah, I thought it was good, so I'd recommend it. Definitely a really good one to pick up for Halloween. And yeah, if you have read it, I would love to know what you thought of it down in the comments below. If you've read the other one, Strange Houses, I'd love to know what you thought of that one too. And if I've convinced you to read it, definitely let me know that too, and come back and tell me what you thought of it once you have read it. So thank you so much for watching. Please do like the video if you've liked it, and please do subscribe if you'd like to hear more from me talking about books. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.